Hello truckers, and welcome back to American Truck Simulator. We are continuing our career mode in the International Lonestar, painted in International Orange. Today we have a boom and lift going from Grangeville, Idaho to Everett, Washington. This trip is supposed to take us 10 plus hours to get done, so this is going to be an episode that will be broken up into, or this is going to be a trip that's going to be broken up into 2 episodes. And because it's basically going to be 2 5-ish hours of in-game time, I think what we'll do is we'll drive normally today. If you've been following along, you know that recently I've become rather impatient about getting loads done. But since there's really, well, I don't know, 10 hours, I think we said 8 hours was like the limit for like speed running, So if you're just joining in now, you haven't been following along. I originally started out trying to drive, you know, realistically and normally, but to be perfectly honest with you, that gets boring after a while. So I kind of just drive how I want to drive, and, you know, it changes from day to day. So sometimes I'll speed down the freeway driving recklessly, and sometimes I'll drive normally. I think today is going to be one of those episodes where we drive normally because the episode, it's 10 hours is way too long for one episode, but not quite long enough for me to drive recklessly for 2 episodes. So 5 hours is pretty good when you're driving normally. In game, 5 hours is pretty good driving normally for you know, a sub 30-minute episode. So we'll go ahead. I mean, I know I'm speeding a little bit right now, but we'll go ahead and drive more or less normally. I don't know that I'm necessarily going to like adhere to every letter of the law kind of thing, but you know, I'm not going to drive dangerously since we basically have to do 2 episodes anyways, and 2 episodes. The trip length is just, it's not long enough for 2 episodes. So we're gonna go ahead and get on the road. And, you know, we'll do our best to pay attention to speed limits and things like that. Don't know that I'm necessarily going to worry about, you know, coming to stops at stop signs, and if intersections are clear and we can just kind of blow through a red light, I'd rather do that because, you know, it saves you guys. It saves all of us some time, because all I'm going to do is pause for that anyways. I'm not going to make you guys sit there and wait for red lights. So yeah, a bunch of excuses and justifications to just explain to you I'm driving how I want to drive. that's basically the long and the short of it. So I'm noticing that my audio in my recording is very loud, so I'm going to come into here for a second. I'm going to go into our audio options, and I'm going to turn down the master volume to, say, 75 and see if maybe that's a little bit better. Okay. I mean, at least now we're only in the orange. I mean, it's still peaking up in the red, but I don't know. I just want to make sure that the sound of the truck is not overpowering. Now, let me get my cruise. This is what happens. I stop paying attention, and then I start speeding. So we're not really in that big of a hurry. 5.5 hours is going to be right around the 20-25 minute mark, I think. So we'll adhere to the speed limit. I don't want the episode to be too short. We want to be right there in that 20 to 30 minute time range. I like that length for my videos. So let me know in the comments if you guys are having a hard time hearing me over the truck. I'm looking at the game audio in my recording software, and it's showing it as being extremely loud. I'm not sure why. Do my best to stay on the road and not have any issues. I do drive with a PlayStation controller because I don't really have a wheel set up. I have a flight yoke and rudder pedals and stuff like that I was using for a while, but I don't know. It takes a little bit to set up every day, and I haven't felt like messing with it. And I also kind of have it packed up because we're moving out of our house pretty soon, and you know, we're trying to get everything organized. So there's always that. This game plays pretty well with a controller. Obviously, it doesn't feel like the most realistic thing in the world when you're doing it with a controller, but it works. What I really want to do is play this game in VR, but I need a much beefier system to be able to do that. I can run this game in VR, and I can run it relatively smoothly, but I can't turn the graphics up to the point where I can read signs or, you know, have any kind of serious clarity. All right, we're just gonna have to like force our way out. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. It did want us to turn left, right? Alright, here we go. We should probably stop at that gas station if it's accessible from the road here. Because we are down to about half a tank. Definitely not... Well, okay, fine. I guess we'll do that. It doesn't only take a second to get done. We'll stop at the scale, get ourselves weighed. That's fine. I typically skip these, but like I said, it adds content, so why not? And away we go. So it looks like that gas station is available at the other side. Hopefully there will be a we'll be able to cross the freeway to get over to that. Because I would like to go ahead and fill up if we can. Nice. Okay. So yeah, we'll turn in here. We'll get ourselves some fuel, just so we can make sure that we're not going to have to. I like to stop when it's relatively convenient to do so, and this is convenient enough. Every one of these truck stops, you got to go and try to find where the pumps are. Looks like they're over there. Okay. Well, hold on. Make sure we get our trailer lined up behind us. We can pull through when we're done. All right, filling up. And if only you could fill up this fast in real life. All right, that'll do it. Nice full tank of gas, or full tank of diesel anyway. Let's get ourselves back out here to the road and on our way. Okay, so we're probably gonna have to force our way out again because traffic seems like it's a bit ridiculous. There's a lot of people on the road right now. Come on. We're just gonna go for it. I didn't see anybody really coming. All right. Now we need to get out of here. Hopefully we'll get on a freeway. Down to about 9 hours and we're 8 minutes in, so seems like we're doing pretty good. We need to get another 4 hours of in-game driving done. Let's see, I think we're supposed to stay on this road. Speed limit's 45. I am definitely speeding. Speed limit's down to 35 here in a second. Driving through Lewiston here in just a moment. Alright. Yeah, don't really have too much to talk about. I know I generally try for this episode and my Elite Dangerous episodes to have something to chat about, but I don't know. It's kind of hard to come up with topics. I need to start compiling like a list of different things I can talk about. That way I have something prepared instead of just hopping on here. It's like a lot of times things will happen, or I'll see something on the internet or whatever. There'll be drama of some kind, and I'll have something to talk about. But most of the time, it's just day-to-day life, and that's especially because I have no interest in getting into arguments with people about politics or any of the other super sensitive subjects that tend to bother people. All right, yeah, we're gonna pull through this. Slowing down. why we were slowing down. There were no cars in front of us or anything. Okay, I've got to make a left turn up here, I think. At least the GPS is making it look like it's a left turn. I'm not quite sure. Do our best to keep our trailer off the curbs and stuff. We're practicing selective realism in this game. I don't know. It's just more fun to play the game however you want to play it, you know? People will be all like, "No, that's not how you're supposed to do it." I'm like, no, I don't care. I want to play it. I want to play it in the way that's fun for me. If it's fun for me, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be more fun for more of you guys. Only the sticklers are gonna be all upset about playing the game the wrong way, and they're free to go play the game the way they want to play it. Okay, got a nice green light here. Not that it matters. Yeah, I know there's a lot of dead air in this episode. It's partly because I'm focusing on driving, partly because it's a nice pretty little river over here, though. Kind of want to go drive by this in real life. Alright, so we'll go ahead and leave. I think 60 is a pretty decent speed to be driving down the road. Not really interested in doing like 30 or 40. That just, it feels so unreasonably slow. But, you know, 60 feels like we're getting somewhere, and it's a reasonable speed to be traveling down through some of these curves over here. Ah, look at the sailboat. I want to do that. I want to be on the water. Doesn't seem like it's in the cards for me, though. I mean, unless my channel just blows up and I have all kinds of crazy money, and then I can go do that. But I don't know. I'm getting older, and the older I get, the less I feel like I'm going to be able to go do something like circumnavigate the world. So it's like my body is already starting to feel just like crap. The thought of trying to start a journey in my 50s. I know a lot of people do it, but I'm like, I don't know that I want to go try to do that stuff in my 50s. I'm already starting to like, ugh, my body hurts. Okay, well, we're stuck behind a truck that doesn't want to go anywhere. Try to get around him when I have a clear section. To get my cruise control turned off. This might go bad. This might go bad. Oh, we got lucky there. Okay. I feel like hopefully some of the driving that I do in this game will make up for the lack of talking. You guys will just hang out waiting for something ridiculous to happen. Waiting to watch a crash. So, like, seriously, right here we're 35. Nah, we're not slowing down for 35. That's not happening. Dayton. Okay. Whatever. Look at the train tracks. I like trains too. There's a game called Derail Valley that I've always wanted to try to play, but I don't have any money for games right now. This may go badly. Okay, well, we're down to 7.5 hours, so that's good. I think the not doing 100 miles an hour down the freeway, but also just kind of speeding through these towns that slow you down is really helping to kind of balance out the amount of time it's taking to get places. Because we still have, what, 2 hours-ish before we need to... 2 hours of in-game time before we need to stop. And I think that might actually take another 5 minutes to get done. So if we can have like 2 20-minute episodes, I think that'd be pretty good. like it when there's no traffic and I can just take a nice good line around the turn. Don't have to worry about my trailer hitting anything. Just keep it on moving. Oh yeah. So we still got a while before we're going to get to the point where we're done with the main objective of this series, which is basically just buying one of each truck and getting it fixed up and having drivers driving it and all that stuff. And then after that, I don't really know what we're going to continue doing. Depending on, you know, I'm giving it a little while to see if the attention for the channel grows at all. But you know, I really have to start focusing on content that's going to, you know, get me a lot more views and watch time. Don't you pull out in front of me. You know, just I'm trying to treat this as a business, and even though I kind of enjoy playing this game, but it's one of those games that I enjoy playing it in spurts, and you know, it's going to take audience desire for me to continue playing this game long term. I know there's other creators out there who do all kinds of craziness, and I think a lot of you guys watch them because they have really cool sim setups, and I think that's the big reason why you watch them. Watching some dude playing it with a controller, I don't know that you guys are that interested in that. So the only way I can think of to make this more interesting without having some kind of setup where you can see like a really cool... No, that ain't happening. Where you guys can see a really cool setup or see a bunch of cool mods or whatever it is that you're looking to see, is to just drive recklessly. It's a different kind of content, definitely for a different kind of audience. So we'll try doing this for a little while. We'll get a few more trucks, and then if the viewership doesn't pick up for the channel, you know, another 2 or 3 trucks into this, I might consider trying to find another game to swap in for it. Because my Elite Dangerous stuff is doing really well, and I want to start finding other games that are going to perform similarly to that, so that, you know, I can start making some decent money. I gotta start building this channel up. I really want it to become the primary thing that I'm doing for cash. And I really want to get to the point where the channel is supporting my plans to get on the road in our travel trailer, or whatever mobile situation we end up in. I mean, I'd much rather do a boat, but boats are expensive, and I need money to even get into one, and much less fix it up and get it ready to go. Okay, let's get this cruise control set back. 65 is a reasonable speed, I think. We'll hold it here. But we're getting down into the 5-hour mark, so I think we need to really start thinking about possibly finding a rest stop. I see I mean, yeah, well, hold on. What's the delivery is, the delivery is expected on Friday by 2. It's currently Thursday, so we have 24 hours, basically. Yeah, we can stop and rest. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. F4? No, what's the map thing here? There we go. Alright, just want to make sure it's on the map. So yeah, I think we could afford to stop and rest at some point here pretty soon. I don't really want to get off the freeway to do it though, so we'll go a little longer. And if we're not able to find a rest stop here very shortly, we'll just kind of pull off to the side of the road and just end the episode there. Because I mean, it is only 4 o'clock. So what we might do is we might go ahead and just pull off to the side here in just a minute and end the episode, and then we'll continue driving in the next episode and do our rest stop once it gets dark. Because if I'm gonna rest, I'd rather rest at the point where it's gonna bypass most of the darkness. Driving in the dark really sucks, whether it's in a real life or a video game or whatever. You can't see anything, and for me, the darkness makes me kind of sleepy. So I'm just like, So we had 10.5 hours. We've already done 5. We'll get up to this interchange over here, and then we'll kind of just pull off to the side of the road and call it a day, I think. Because we don't have enough time to finish the entire load. and I want to leave enough meat on the bone that we have a decent amount of time for the next episode. So, yep, that's what we're going to do. So, hopefully you guys had lots of fun. Be sure to click that like button so the YouTube algorithm knows that you did and sends the video out to as many people as possible. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already so that when the next video comes out, it will show up in your feed and you'll be able to watch it as soon as it becomes available. Channel members do get early access to all of my content, so be sure to click that join button, check out the list of perks that are available for you if you decide to support the channel in that way, and decide if any of those are right for you. Your direct support is greatly appreciated and is a critical component into helping make this channel a full-time gig. So again, thank you very much for your time. I hope you guys enjoyed the ride, and I will see you for the next one.